Если приветствую на канале Рухинерсом, Денис, это Kingdom Deliverance 2. Дмитрий Кац, командир наемников.
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Not yet.
Aye, you're close to the moment when...
I need a place to sleep here overnight.
Sakura, you're right. You know what? Go down from here to the infirmary. To the right of it, there's a gate that leads to the shooting range. But don't go that far, because just beyond the gate on the left, you'll see an angled tent with a Prague banner by the entrance. That one's free, so you can make yourself at home there.
There's a couple of things...
That's good. You've got a lot to learn, lad.
Shouldn't I get a weapon as a new soldier?
If you'd have come from Prague with us, you might. But you just joined up. You shouldn't have joined the army if you don't have anything to fight with.
Who should I ask about my pay?
You haven't even gone into battle with us yet, and you already want to fill your purse. You'll get your pay in sedlets from the king himself. But first, you have to fucking earn it. Got that?
Well, for a glorious army, we seem to spend a lot of time sitting on our arses. When are we gonna fight?
Soldiering is mostly sitting around on your arse. Listen to someone with experience and be glad nobody's trying to brain you with a halberd yet. But if you're bored, you could empty out all the latrines in the camp. What do you say?
Actually, I've got...
That's more like it.
I heard you were recently in a battle at some fortress. Nebukov, was it?
You heard right. But you won't hear any tales of glorious adventure about it, I'm afraid. A band of footpads was holed up there, so we kicked them out on their arses. No wall can withstand a cannon like our finger of God, you know? It's not like how we used to conquer fortresses in my younger days.
Could I see the cannon?
You will when the time's right, don't worry. Once we've sorted out the mess here and reached Sedlitz, I'll show you. Christ knows, you might even get a chance to fire it soon.
Это меня куда пустили? А, это меня за чистокол пустили? Нифига себе. Тут и Грозар, смотри-ка, стоит. Разбойничая бригантина, у него боевой меч. Круто. А Сигизмунд где сидит?
So this is where you're hiding the cannon. Well, not for much longer. You're gonna lose it as soon as you hit the road for Sedlets.
You're always welcome here, sister.
Глянь, перк уже пошел, что я выпиваю, я еще даже не глотнул. Обалдеть. Что-то я забываю по прокачку алкашки. Она не до конца прокачана. А по игре иногда прихождается. Муса.
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. What if we brew something with mint? That wakes me up like nothing else.
That is not such a bad idea, Henry. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called Cockrell Potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
So what are you waiting for? Brew it up.
It is not a simple matter just to brew some potion and pour it down his throat. It could make him worse, and I cannot risk that.
I'll do it then. I have no other option.
You? It seems that you know a little about medicine, and that means that you should also know that it is a risk.
Fuck that. Katz gave me an order, so I must carry it out.
Very well then. If the Prague army wants to gamble with its soldiers' lives, I cannot stand in their way. My alchemical apparatus is all yours, friend. You'll find it right outside the tent. Ini herebe.
Петушок мне надо приготовить. А у меня ж вроде был петушок какой-то, нет? Сука, нет, у меня петушка. Где алхимическая лаборатория? Это еще что? Пустой пергамент. Так, петушок. Резвяк, артемизия, противоядие. А нахер я сюда прибежал? Мне нужно траву где-то найти. Что надо? Крапиву и валерианы. Мята. Мята. И 2 горсти... горсть валерианы и 2 горсти мяты. Валериана, горсть мяты. Это мой сундук? Хо-хо-хо-хо. Это ж отлично. Валериана. 1 мне нужна. И 2 горсти мяты. А я ж могу, у меня есть, может, сушеная. Вот так, 1 сушеная валериана и 2 мяты. Вроде так. Ну, вроде так. Все. Так. Сейчас я приготовлю побрику. Но я вкусный-то приготовлю, не какую-то херню в натуре. Он быстро излечится. Додик этот. Так, что там по рецепту у нас? Давай быстренько. Петушок мне ж надо приготовить, правильно? Вроде да. Возьмите спиртное. Так, спиртное. Измельчите мяту. 2 мяты, то есть. Бросьте котелок, кипяти оборот. Потом валериану и кипятить 2 оборота. Измельчить, кипятить оборот, добавить валериану, кипятить 2 оборота. Дистиллируй. Так, спиртное. Тут простой. Мята. Измельчить. Пестик. Растолочь. Высыпать. Вниз. 1 оборот пошел. Поднимаем. Сушеную валериану. Добавляем. Кипятим 2 оборота. Вниз. 1 оборот. Второй оборот. Поднимаем. Приготовить флакон и перегнать. Петушок Индро. Петушок Индро, блядь. Красавчики. Чё ты alright? Мышек.
All right. We'll see if I brewed it properly.
Whoa. What's happening? Where am I?
Calm down, Mishek. How are you feeling?
Like I was kicked in the head by a horse. Wait. How do you know who I am?
No, we don't have time for introductions. I need to know what happened to you and the others you went to Sedlets with.
Oh, that. What do you want to know?
What actually happened? Start at the beginning and don't leave anything out.
We were riding to Setleds, me and 6 others. We were taking some gifts or something. A couple of crates with some valuables and a kind of painted chest with some documents. Karel and Francex talked the others into nicking the stuff and doing a runner. But I was against it, so they jumped me.
So it was your friends who did this to you?
I told them I wouldn't rat on them. But they said they'd make sure I wouldn't. Francex pounced on me and stuck a knife in my belly. But I managed to push him off and took to my heels. All I can remember is running somewhere. And then I came over all dizzy.
The document you were carrying, where is it? What's in it?
I've no idea. Cats didn't tell us anything, and I can't read. Some report for the king, most likely.
I need to know where the rest of the men who are riding with you to Sedlets are. I have to find them.
I'm not sure. We talked about Lotta. It seems there's a sawmill there they could hide in. So maybe they're there. Listen, will I be all right? What are my chances? I don't feel well. What's wrong with me?
The brew is wearing off, most likely.
I'm going to die, aren't I?
No, you're not gonna die. But you won't be on active duty anytime soon. You need to rest.
Rest. Yes, I should. Get my strength back.
И чё, Индро? Погоди. Давай я лошадь свистну, на лошади поедем. Все же сподручней, правильно? Сейчас направлю тебя. Поехали. Ну, давай поприветствуем парня. Где лошадь, блях?
What? God be with you, Sir Knight. I'm Henry, and I serve the Lord of Lipa.
And which one might that be? You see, I know several of them. It's an old and respected house.
Well, my lord resides in Ratai, on Sasau.
Him I don't know, but I rode with the old Captain Chenyak of Lipa when Emperor Charles was still with us.
Forgive me, sir, but that's before my time.
Well, of course, half a century has passed since those glorious battles against the Hungarian troops. Ah, and all I'm left with today is debts.
You have debts. Why? Because of the war?
On the contrary, when my neighbor Deslav was on his deathbed, he begged me to deliver his inheritance to his nephew. But that troublemaker is all fighting in Poland somewhere.
A will is a sacred affair. But are you really going to go all the way to Poland?
Certainly not. I'll leave the money in the hands of a monastery and be done with it. Problem is, I incurred a bloody fine on the way and had to pay it out of the inheritance.
So you fought for Emperor Charles, the father of our King Wenceslas?
Indeed I did. My boy, he was a pious and clever king, and as cunning as the devil.
So you stand with Wenceslas too?
Always. The apple has fallen far from the tree. Young Wenceslas is just a foppish coxcomb. Well, safe to say, it's all...
So, sir.
Gladly. What game would you like?
Courteous.
Let's play.
Старый, а на деньги ты на чьи играешь?
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Ладно, давай, это мне запишется.
Here.
Может, за штраф деньги отобьешь, старый.
Aye, that'll do.
Рисковый. Рисковый ход. Ни хрена себе.
My God.
Поздравляю
I'm
тебя, что
done.
сказать. Подожди-ка. 1, 3, 4. А если вот так? 1, 2, 3, 4. Нет? Тогда вот так. Давай, старый, твоя очередь.
Finished.
Да ты
Your
обалдел.
turn.
Смотри, 3, 600. Эти никак, да, нельзя? Ух ты,
That's as far as I go. It's
вохуятина.
yours.
Бля, идет за мной по следам. Господи, все старый, походу.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time.
А что ж ты, если проиграешь, что ты будешь делать сейчас? Ты же сказал, что штраф за наследство отдал. Точнее, деньги выплатил за штраф из наследства. Старый, много не бери. Блин, ну удача на твоей стороне, конечно. Ну, все, ты сам понимаешь, что дальше будет. Давай цацкаться
You
не
must
будем.
have a lucky horseshoe up your arse. Next time I'll be more careful around you.
What the? Where are you sticking your hands, you thief? Get over here, or I'll call
Sorry.
the guards.
Let's make a deal.
Not only you want me to...
You know what? You so much as...
hang on. Leave me alone. I won't say... Look out!
Тьфу, обычный кинжал, что ли? У меня такого, как говна. Ничего интересного, ладно.
Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child. What are you doing?
Что тебе не нравится? Я коня вызываю. Ну что? Че ты пристал? Мужик вообще все наследство проиграл, представляешь? Кости я у него еще украл, елки-палки. Что за день херовый?
This way's no good. I'll have to go around.
Who's there? What the fuck are you doing here? Get lost! If you value your life,
Calm down. I just want to talk.
talk then, before I kick your ass out. What do you want then?
I've only come for one document. That's all I want from you.
What fucking document? Hold on. You mean that parchment we were taking to Sedlets? Dopradele. A fella hopes to get his hands on something worth running off for, but all that's in that fucking chest is useless shit and some stupid fucking parchment. Hey, how come you know about it?
I found Mishek, and he told me everything.
Dopradele. So he survived and sent you after us. That's not like him.
No, not after you, just to get the charter. He said he can't go back to the camp without it.
Ah, I see. So how shall we do this?
Why did you quit the army, anyway? I reckon that's a bit risky.
Unlike battling all the time, you mean? We were just fed up with it. Sleeping in a shitty tent, never getting a proper meal, and on top of that, all the slaughtering.
What do you plan to do? You can't hide forever.
We'll take everything worth anything. Hunt for something to eat and take to the hills. Every man for himself. With a bit of luck, they'll forget about us in a month or two and we'll be able to go back to Prague.
Why did you try to kill Mishek? I get that you wanted to run away, but that poor wretch didn't do anything wrong.
Poor wretch? He's a fucking coward. He'd never have gone along with us and he'd have spilt the beans as soon as Katz looked at him sideways. We had to get rid of him.
There's no point dragging this out, is there? Just give me the charter and I'll be on my way.
And you'll leave us be?
Go wherever you like. I just need the parchment.
All right. It's up in the loft, in the painted chest. You can take it. There's a ladder in the chamber. And you never saw us, right? Well, God be with you.
If it's going to rain, there's no point in going anywhere.
Nobody knows that, except old Weathercock.
Who?
He used to travel with us. The fella had a real gift. He knew exactly what the weather would be like. Old Weathercock was covered in scars, and each one was for a different kind of weather. When it really started to
Где сундук?
Fell into a mill run and drowned.
If you're going to the camp, watch out for Crow. He's dodgy, he is.
I've no intention of getting myself killed for any fucking citizen.
Живучесть прокачалась. А, еще один уровень сверху. Так мне нечего качать-то. Я не понял, а где херня? Че, вон там, вон тот сундук, что ли? Так мне ж ключи дали от чего-то. А, вот, господи.
Aye, it had some kind of funny name. Why?
Не рычи, Барбос, пошли.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Не рычи. Так, на лошадь. Не. Давай в сумку, ладно. Я там где-нибудь продам потом по пути.
You silly doggy.
Так, ну что, в лагерь поехали.
Ka! Ka!
Easy. Nice and slow.
Excuse me? Hoofs of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold while their falsehood.
Не, ну главное, что я грамоту принес, правильно? А то, что я их не замочил, ну... Я не видно для себя их смысла мочить. Зачем? Это не в моей юрисдикции, да?
My humble respects. My respect.
You know it is forbidden for me.
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Yes.
My Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz, did you find them as well?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near Lahota.
Horsons. Where are they now? What did you do with them?
I was lucky enough to catch them off their guard. They're dead.
You took them all on by yourself? You must have been damn fucking lucky. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, Henry. Here, take our Laughing Rock and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my taste.
Let them rot in hell, the Horsons.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlitz?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink first. You too, Henry. Drink.
As you command, sir. To the Praggers.
Long live the Praggers. At last, I don't have to drink alone. Moose is not much of a drinking companion, see?
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful, and much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body, but you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble, for Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
Nah, why not? Let's have a game.
That's the spirit. You're a man after my own heart.
Careful, friend. Winning money of the captain is never a good idea.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Сука.
Great! I won! That's the way it's fucking done.
Oh, shit. How is that possible? What kind of dodgy dice are you using?
What are you accusing your own fucking captain of? Do you want to be shoveling shit all month?
No,
No, that's different. Why not? And now for a drink.
Хуясе, вы чё гоните? Дайте мне отыграться, ёбаный по голове. Блин, вот эти кости, конечно, как бы, может быть и имба, да, что-то вылетает, но с другой стороны, иногда подъебывается капитально. Но это все же лучше, чем святого Антохия. Да-да.
And so
Тройки
St.
постоянно
George
фигачатся.
hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur that's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight!" And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Ch.105. He leads the humans.
He has been stabbed. Тут спасение. Kitchen outdoors.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Well, someone, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here.
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it? What are your orders, Lord of Burblaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Ch.105 in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Ch.105's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
My suggestions? That's your job, isn't it? You're the commander.
Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva. You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Anything. Have a look around. Check Chertan's tent. It's the one next to the stables. Maybe you'll find some clues. Maybe you'll find the murderer himself if he's a total idiot. Fucking and drinking until we're all slaughtered. Sigismund wants us all hung, drawn, and quartered. Sing, my friends, soon we'll be gutted like piggies. That's what awaits us.
Couldn't we just forget about what's going on here and leave for Sedlets now? Grozav's in charge here. Let him deal with it. What's more, it might not be safe for you here. What if you end up like Chertan?
What the fuck do you take me for? I'm not some chicken heart. And can you imagine what King Sigismund would think if he found out? No chance. We're not moving from here till we find out who stabbed Chertan.
Where else should I look? Feels like I've already looked everywhere.
How should I know? Above all, scout where Chertan was stabbed, right? Have you been by the powder store? And maybe take a look around the front area where Grozov and I have our tents. Take a look near Chertan's tent as well. There might be some... Oh, and don't forget the guard.
And the lock looks scratched. Maybe someone tried to get inside without a key. Was someone trying to steal something? Or perhaps I'm not the only one who's looking to make mischief here. Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get cats to move it out of the camp somehow.
Да это не та вроде, та была побольше, нет?
Oh, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that? And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to? Well, well. So the watchmen were boozing instead of watching. The guards must have seen something from here. If they weren't drinking, that is. If this is how they all guard this camp, we could torch the place to the ground and no one would notice. I reckon I should take another look around Chertan's tent. So this is where Chertan lives. That's one serious lock. There must be something important inside. So Grozov owes Chertan money. Sakra. Someone washed off some blood here. Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No, we might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Chertan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chertan, he went as pale as a ghost. But he snapped out of it quick and told us to wait for him to go and get cats. If it wasn't for him, Chertan would have bled to death there.
How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by the powder store recently?
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. Not everyone can get up to that part of the camp. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Chertan was lying.
As far as I know, there were two of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Chertan shut him up for a while.
Так, ну его бахали, наверное, ножом, скорее всего. Возможно, где-то здесь улика и заныкалась.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand that gibberish, do I?
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
I'm sorry.
Где-то же должно быть деться было оружие убийства.
Here, Matt. Search. Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
The guards back there on the tower drink on duty. I found lots of wine there.
Pigs? Don't they know only the commander's allowed to drink on duty? I'll punish them. But that won't help our search. Let's hope Chertan can tell us something. Come on, let's go and see.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
Why would Musa do something like that? You think he'd sit with us all evening like everything was fine, and then decide out of the blue to kill someone?
Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. So Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
I'd bet it was the wine that killed him. There's lots of poisons you could add to it, and nobody would notice. Well, until it's too late, of course.
You are probably right, my friend.
How come you even have wine here? You keep saying you're not allowed to drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough. Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. As Henry here said, Musa was with us all evening. I have no idea what happened here, but Chertan was stabbed first. Musa couldn't have done that.
So, he's in league with someone else.
With one of the half-wits here, I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir, give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
What? But sir, you said we were going to move out first thing in the morning.
Things have changed a bit since then, or haven't you noticed? Not even a handcart carrying dung will leave the camp till I give the order.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Well, sir, I may not understand what all this is about, but I think we should help Musa somehow.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, aye, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Steber of Stebersitz in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Who is this Stibor of Stebersitz?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. And you don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
All right. How much time do we have? To find the murderer, I mean.
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to decide what to do next, which means sending the royal justiciar here. And how long can that take? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie. And Henry, Be careful. I'm depending on you.
Так, завершаем серию. Подписывайтесь на канал, ребята, ставьте лайки и до новых встреч. Пока-пока.